EbixCash. EbixCash, we now know in the US has filed for bankruptcy, but we don't still know what's going to happen with the India subsidiary.
So what's really happened is, Shweta, Ebix Inc., which is a NASDAQ listed firm in the US, has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy in the US. Now, what is Chapter 11 bankruptcy? This is primarily a reorganization of the company where the debtor, which in this case is Ebix Inc., will have the hard task of either renegotiating, reorganizing the loan that it has, and this loan is about $600 million. Ebix India's plan originally was to list its EbixCash division, and that IPO would have fetched it some money which it would have used to repay that $600 million loan that the parent company has taken in the US. Now, under the Chapter 11 proceedings, while the India IPO has also been deferred, there isn't much money in the books of EbixCash to actually Ebix Inc. globally to pay back its lenders. And it will have to reorganize the company. It will have to either renegotiate with the same creditors or find new creditors who are able to put in money to pay off the debts taken from existing creditors. But $600 million, which Ebix does not seem to have to pay its lenders.
All right. Kranthi Bathini, I'm told, of WealthMills Securities with us on the show. Kranthi, very good morning. What happens to EbixCash India from here on?
Yeah, good morning, Shweta and Kartik. Good morning. Yeah, it is a surprising news for Ebix and for the investors who are looking forward for these kind of IPOs in this market season. Yeah, of course, in terms of their business model is concerned, when a parent company, of course, in between there are some complex layers for this company, but ultimately the parent company has been filed for a Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The business model is concerned, they are into payments and remittances, forex and travel insurance and travel and tourism, basically a technology provider, and also they have been doing a slew of acquisitions in the past 3 years. The company has been doing under the leadership of Robin Raina. But this news can be a hindrance for the company IPO plans because they're ultimately into handling the public money. It's not a V network uh, kind of business model. When the parent files a bankruptcy, here the Indian operations will not have any impact. For certain business models, of course, there will be a sentimental impact, but this is a different story. Ultimately, the transactions takes place, the money transfer can happen. So we need to see how the regulators are going to take a note with respect to this EbixCash is concerned at this point of time. The company has been planning to come out with the IPO from quite a long time, but it's not ultimately not manifested till now.
Kranthi, I just want to come in and ask you to help us and help our viewers also understand. Do Indian investors really understand the Ebix India model? Is it too diverse and too niche a company? What is the view of analysts and what is the street view? I know the IPO plans may now get deferred, but is Ebix India a well understood business?
They, as for the investor understanding, is they have a business model that is completely into the forex and also into the travel related activities are concerned. And on the media, Robin Raina was there explaining the business model and their margins with respect to the company prospects are concerned and how the growth of this company is going to pan out in the next couple of years. So that's where the street was excited, the investors were excited initially. But the queries raised by SEBI in terms of their adhering prospects and all, it's kept the IPO on sideways, and we have not, since it's not a listed company, we can't comment much at this point of time right now. If at all, it would have been already listed company, the information can be much more flowing through the exchanges to the public domain. At this
Right.
point of time, they just filed red herring prospects with SEBI, and and they had to come out with a plan of IPO. So right now, since it's not a listed company on the stock exchanges, the flow of information is limited at this point of time.
All right. So we know what we know, and that is, looks like the IPO plans could hit a roadblock.